Hello, welcome back to Tao of Twang. I'm Dave. Okay, continuing with our A minor improvisation. There's a video on the channel called Beginner's Improvisation in A minor, something like that. There's only a couple videos on the channel right now, so it's easy to find. Don't really need to go back and look at that because I'm going to kind of go back and briefly review what we did there, and then add another couple of skills and concepts for you today to keep building on this improvisation. So this is not a performance that I'm going to do and then you're going to learn it, right? It's concepts. Okay. If there's anything that I can do differently or something that you really have a question about or just a comment to help this whole process go better, then please leave comments in the section on YouTube. And I'm getting a Facebook page going too where I'm not sure how to link all that up right now yet, but when I do, you'll be able to go on there and reach me through Messenger or leave comments and stuff there too. So anything that would help me understand what would be the most useful way to approach this morning. Let me just jump right in here. We were talking about using just one chord that we're working with right now. A minor, it's a movable form of the chord. And if you're not familiar with that, that's okay. You can go and review bar chords or movable chords or something. Play an A minor down here too. We're going to go with this because it's kind of where we want to be set up to do some of the other things that we're talking about. And just kind of quickly, what we covered last time was Old Faithful, the minor pentatonic scale. What a beautiful friend it is. So we know that that's going to work right in that same position. Okay, turn this way a little bit. So instead of just kind of scaling back and forth there, or up and down all the way, we were talking about breaking that up with kind of doing more back and forth stuff, but in little increments like this. Right, let me slow that down. Okay. Again, if you want to copy what I'm playing, that's okay, but that's not really the way that I'm presenting it, right? It's just that's the idea. You use your own style and sensibilities to play something using those concepts. That's really how this program's designed. Okay. Then the other thing that we touched on that I'll review also is, and this time let's make more of like a bit of a homework out of this. This triad, or the three notes that make up the basic form of the chord. They're called the root, the third, and the fifth. Don't worry about the theory of that. Don't even worry about it if you remember right now that it's the third and the fifth and so on. But learn those three in that little... Let me give you some space if you got your guitar right now. Get those three notes under your fingers. And here's the homework. Go to different parts on the neck and see if you can play that same sound. Well, that wasn't that great, was it? Okay. Or an octave higher or lower, that's that same sound. Well, pretty sloppy, right? Does that make sense? Well, this isn't how we play, right? But it's part of it. So that's just kind of an exercise, just to warm up, but just a challenge. How many different places can I find something that sounds like that? Okay. Now, what we do want to work into our playing is landing on these, not just the root a lot. We have a tendency to go, our ear has a tendency to just gravitate to that root. That's okay. In a lot of rock style, popular style, you know, the root is a big part of it, you know. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But for the sake of variety and just kind of expanding your musical ear, at this stage, intentionally try to land on the other ones as well sometimes, like this. See? Okay. Now just that element starts to open up your mind a little bit more. So you have these things that they're not rules, but they're, I don't know what you'd call them. They're intentions, right? Now alternate. Do one with the root and then one with the third or the fifth. So you get something like this. You know, before that was kind of, you know, neither here nor there. Don't copy this stuff necessarily. But you get the idea, right? Go slow too. I'm playing a little bit faster. That's not what you always want to be doing. So if well, let's review real quick, then I'll tell you the main new thing we're going to add this lesson. Got your chord. Got that pentatonic scale. That's going to be your friend for life. And then the chord tones. Okay. And allowing yourself to lean on those and rest and land on those and rest on them and include them more in your choice of notes within that scale. And then a little bit of bending. Bend down. Bend up. Don't worry about yanking it like that. Just put a little. Right. We'll work on some more licks and stuff later. But for now, just exercise those elements. So here's the new deal today. Turns out that along with that scale over that chord, you can also play a major scale or a do re mi scale that fits right in there, except it starts and ends on C's, the note C, rather than A. Why? Here's some really good news. Don't worry about it. Right? A bunch of great mathematicians already worked this all out for you. So here's what we know about that. Even if you don't know that scale, memorize that pattern in this position. That's some more homework. but you know that sound. Okay. Now, check it out. Okay. That was a little clue right there, right? I went down past my octave to another octave. Right? Don't worry about the fingering. You will hopefully never hear me say, put your third finger on the 7th fret of the... we don't do that. Work it out however it works for you, right? So that's it. I'm going to play a little demonstration. I'm going to lay down a chord, or just one chord in this case, but a little rhythm. Improvise over it a little bit using the things that we just talked about. And then I'm going to let the chords play out for you so you have some space at the end of this video to practice with, okay? Please leave comments, ask questions, tell me what you want to know, what you're doing, how this is working for you, okay? Thank you.